Hi everyone, welcome to a new adventure, Amerzone, the Explorer's Legacy. So what's the story, I hear you ask? Well, as a young journalist, you've been entrusted with the crucial mission to cross the globe and reach the heart of a mysterious faraway land. Your goal is to bring back the last egg of the mythical great white birds. According to legend, they are bound up with the fate of the only country they call home. A land with strange, dangerous plants and wildlife that has been devastated by years of a bloody dictatorship. Amerzone, the Explorer's Legacy, will call on your curiosity and observation skills as you explore its fascinating world, its magical locations, and its painful history. Solve puzzles, find clues that will help you along the way, and get immersed in the spirit of adventure, the beauty of the landscapes, and the depth of the story. During your journey, you will need to unravel the mysteries of the Hydrofloat, a fantastic invention that's equally at home on the water and in the sky. It'll be your only ally to overcome the dangers standing between you and the heart of Amerzone.
You're the journalist, aren't you? I gave him your letter the other day. The professor's probably read it. He received another letter this morning. I put it in his mailbox. It was a letter from the museum. Letters from the museum. They always mean trouble. Hey, maybe you could take it to him. He has trouble moving around, you know. He's an old man. You know what I mean. You want my advice? He should see a doctor. Well, that's what I think anyway. Oh, and have a care. It looks like something fell from your bag over there. Well, then have a nice day.
And this is our first invitation. Here we go. Right. Here we are. In the game. The postman is off. Let's have a look at this then. Instructions from Mondial magazine. Or Mondial, I think. Check, click on the document and show, okay. Professor Alexander Valembois, I think that's how you pronounce him. He awaits you at his lighthouse in Brittany. Despite his unsavory reputation, he is the only expert on the little-known Amerzone, and we absolutely have to fill those last pages of the feature that Camille left so empty. Valembois seems to have enjoyed your communications. Get what you can from his face-to-face and get back to Paris as soon as possible. The accounts department refuses to cover any hotel fees for this report. Perfect. Emma Fitzgerald, editor-in-chief. Okay, lovely. So this is our basically our paperwork and what we've done so far. Okay, so we move like an old-fashioned. Oh, yes. So the controls are very similar as we move towards the lighthouse. Some geese fly over. Okay, what do we got? Ooh, looks like a telescope or something. Can we go and head towards that? This is going to be one of those games that I think we need to check out everything that's possible to check out. Got some gulls having a rest on the water. What have we got there? The Grevin Peninsula. Okay. Let's have a look-see. Okay, we got the lighthouse. We got the. I'm gonna see if the geese are gonna do anything to the lighthouse. Probably not. We've got what looks to be a cross in front of that. Can I move it anywhere else? Or is that just the range of our movement? I think that's just the range of our movement. So it's literally just to look at the lighthouse. Anything of particular interest we need to focus on? No? I don't think so. If there is, we've kind of missed it, but okay. We'll continue on towards the lighthouse. Research in hand, and maybe we'll pick up the
My friend, this old fool is overjoyed that your editor has finally decided to send you to interview me in person. As pleasant as it has been, our recent correspondence will not allow me to discuss certain subjects as freely as I would like. The subject of your special issue,
Angry goose.
the Amerzone. You must be aware that it hits very close to home for me. That mysterious land is both the source of my greatest joys and my deepest disgrace. As my old friends at the museum probably told you. But no matter what they say, I know what really happened over there in the 30s, when my companions and I ventured into the unknown wilds.
Coming to the lookout. What was old shipwreck down there? It's not a particularly good lighthouse then.
My friends and I, we caused harm. Harm that I am determined to heal today.
Interesting.
But I need your help. Not only to finally bring my version of what happened to light, but perhaps to do even more. Time is running out. So, safe travels, my friend. I am quite pleased to welcome you to my humble abode.
It's quite nice.
Signed, Professor Alexandre Valembois.
Valembois. Okay. Right, we're here. We've made it. All the way to Valembois' lighthouse. We can go back that way if we want to. Right. Do I ring a bell? Well, I can't go forward, so I guess I've got to go somewhere else. Unless there's something I'm missing. Oh, there you go. Oh, I like that. You zoom in, you put your hand up over here to shield your eyes from the sun. Ah, mailbox. Got a bit of a tutorial to go through. We'll put the journal in there then. Right, collect documents. Before I left Paris, Miss Fitzgerald, my editor-in-chief, sorry, gave me some important documents for the article, yeah. To the lighthouse, my old professor I'm supposed to interview lives in the recluse in the lighthouse. Take the mail, that was it, wasn't it? He's very old and sick, maybe we'll cheer him up if we bring him his mail. Living mail boy now. Oh, I see. That's what they wanted me to do. Examine the objects from all angles will help you discover useful information and sometimes even specific actions. Hold the left mouse button to rotate the object. Okay. So we got the letter here. Museum de Historial Natural. A bad sign according to the mailman. Okay. They're in Paris as well. It doesn't tell us when it was posted. It might do, but I can't read it. We're going to open his mail. Letter from the museum. Yes, we are going to open his mail. Okay, Mr. Alexander Valembois. We have thoroughly examined your plans for a new expedition to the Amerzone, and regret to inform you that we are unable to give a positive response to your grant request. First, the present economic situation does not permit us to finance such a risky expedition. Second, my colleagues and I are of the opinion that, unfortunately, you've still not renounced that empirical fallacy which was once at the root of the lengthy dispute between yourself and the museum. This venerable institution, which I am now have the honour of representing, still remembers the bitter disappointment and mockery within the scientific community that resulted from your first exposition in 1932, which we had been weak enough to sanction in the first place. Just as my honourable predecessors did back then, I will warn you against the dangers of such an undertaking, when adventurous fantasy prevails over the strict scientific rigour. Edouard Moulet. Malay curator. Okay. So he's being pushed back from the old museum then. No money for an expedition. Right. Do we not want to close the letterbox? I guess not. Right. Right, your journal has been updated. The different tabs contain all the items, documents that you've collected, your objectives, progressive hints, and solving them, and lots of other useful information. Remember to check it out often. Okay, we just did. We can do it again if you want. If that's what you want me to do. We can have a look at all these things, can't we? So we've done that. Enter the lighthouse. Should be waiting for me in his lighthouse. Only a few more meters, and finally get to meet him. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good. And then we've got our instructions from the magazine, a return ticket, this train ticket. Okay. I can't examine that one by turning it around or anything. So it's just the train ticket, and we've got the letter from the museum. Perfect. Right. Should we head round, scare the seagulls away? How did you get a blooming great anchor like that up here? Yeah, crikey Moses. What is that doing here? That's a hell of a thing to lug up the hill to the lighthouse, isn't it? Let's have a wander around the lighthouse, check this place out. Ooh, hello, what we got here to the side of us? You got a lift. Look at that. We either have to use the stairs, climb all those hundreds of steps. Now we can do the lazy way. Possibly. If it works. I'm guessing we're not going to be using that. Okay. Lots of big pipes. Steam coming out of them. Is this something we should be interested in? No, maybe not. Oh, we're around all the way. Okay, let's see if we can go and introduce ourselves then. We won't knock. We'll just walk straight in. He knows we're coming. It's fine. Old friends, kinda. Investigations. As you progress along your journey, you may find investigative material, evidence that will help you unlock additional articles for your report. You don't have to conduct these investigations, but completing them will enable you to discover additional content and delve into the secondary element of the story. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. What have we got then? A letter from a teacher. Tourville Elementary School, France. Here we go, June the 8th, 1998. Obviously, this game was first released in 99, so that's kind of the equivalent of being modern day for when the game was first produced. Professor, I've been told you no longer want to teach your workshop next year after disagreement with the parent of one of the pupils. For what it's worth, I sincerely think you shouldn't take the comments of this individual, who is already notorious within our team, to heart. No one thinks you're a charlatan. You're a scientist, and the children love you. Year after year, I see how fascinated they are, and their teacher too, by the sessions on the Amazonian goose. And so I hoped I might change your mind by writing to you. To help persuade you, little Sophia, who was also mesmerized by your last workshop, asked me to send you something. I've attached it to the letter, along with the usual sign-up form for external educators. I hope you'll send it back to me, filled in as usual. Warmest regards, Ariandi. So what was attached to it then? How do we get to see what was attached to it? Maybe there's nothing attached to it anymore. Interesting. Second life as a reclusive. Upon his return from his expedition in the Amazone in 1930s, Professor became a laughingstock in the scientific community. He then secluded himself. Okay, letter from a teacher. Yeah. There's nothing more there. Oh, here we go. What we got? A list of investigations to carry out in the region. So, 2 eggs, 4... What's that? Things relating to his reclusiveness. Something else we haven't... Something else we haven't actually identified. Langevin Scarlet Geese. Professor Rambus took over residence in the old... Okay, hang on. According to this letter, still giving talks about Amazonian geese in the local school. Okay. Okay. And we've got all these long-term investigations. Okay, so this is the main storyline. These are side quests type things. Gotcha. Kind of, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's have a look then. Nope, wrong one. I wanted to have a look. What we got there? Looks like power. Fishing nets. Not quite sure what's in that box. We might not need that. Trapdoor there. We can go up the stairs. Let's have a look at this trapdoor here. Oh, it is locked. Blank press card. Yeah, I don't know what was that supposed to do. Well, we need a key, don't we? We need a key. That's fine. And that's going to say we need a key. Okay. I think we've kind of finished our investigation on that door. So we can go up here. Step climbing champion.
You are the journalist, aren't you? Come on. Come.
He doesn't seem in the best of health, does he?
Amerzone. Amerzone. Too late for me. Too late. It's all over for me. I'm no longer in good health, my friend. It's a pity, but what can I do? In any case, Amerzone, all that. No one ever believed me. So, after all those years, the egg is still alive.
Oh.
Yes. I had planned to take it back over there to Amerzone.
Don't die on me now.
My expedition was ready. And all planned out to the smallest detail. And now I have no strength left. You must go for me. You must go. Take the egg back. Take the egg of the whitebirds back to Amerzone. I beg you, please. You will find everything you need right here in the lighthouse. You must go to the basement. Please. You must help. For her.
Oh, goodness me, Professor. It's going to be awkward to explain, isn't it? Well, not really. He's in bad health. But okay. We're kind of now being guilt-tripped into doing the expedition to the Amazon to return the egg. It's going to frighten the housekeeper when she comes. You can reveal all the possible interactions around you by holding down the Alt key. Oh, that'd be useful. To find icons representing the eye symbol, you must move the camera. Gotcha. Oh, wow. There's a lot of symbols. Right, okay. There's a lot to look at. What do we got here, then? A note to the Amazon marshlands. And somewhere out there is the Temple of Flight. Then the volcanic crater. And there, perhaps, redemption. Okay. What do we have here? Amazon Falls. The Valembois village. Is it still there? Okay. These are all adventures no doubt we're going to have. The marshlands. Amazon Falls. Okay. What's this letter? Louis Angel's letter to Valembois. What a surprise, after all this time, when I got your letter, you stubborn old mule, all the memories of our trip along the Amazon River came flooding back. All that madness with your obsession with the white birds. But the country you knew is no more. Amerzone. Since your pal, Alvarez, took over, speaking of the old legend is forbidden. I have lost a lot of friends, and not only to fermented drinks. Many were crushed under the boots of the military regime before they could even utter the words white birds. I did warn you. You should never have stolen that egg from the Ovo Volahos. I think that's how you pronounce it. You cursed yourself that day, and with you the whole of the Amazon, and you doomed me too. To watch the results of your folly every day, friends dying one by one, and soon I too will follow them. Rum will get the better of me. I am dying, Alexandra. But I must forgive you, just as I believe you have forgiven me for abandoning you that day, deep in the jungle. I will keep this backup diskette that you sent me. Hide it where you two met, you and you know who. Lord Voldemort, perhaps? I will also leave some fuel for your infernal machine, as requested. Just be warned that I will probably no longer be here to welcome you when you arrive. Louis. Oh, wow, okay. That's interesting. So, here he is. My guide in 1933. He abandoned me back then, but strangely, I feel I can trust him. Enough to send him a disc? Diskette. It's a floppy disk, basically. I have to explain that because, 1999 was a long time ago for some. What's this? Louis' old cabin on the banks of the Amazon River. Okay, nice. What else have we got then? The Amazon River, yeah. Then we've got this strange creature. Best avoided. Okay. Some sort of long-nosed dinosaur thing. Okay, we'll avoid that as best we can. What do we got here? Makoski's letter. Okay, can we read that? So the Puebla mission, Amazon, April 12th, 1998. My friend, I was with great joy tinged with disbelief when I received your letter after more than 50 years of silence. I must admit that I had given up all hope that our paths would ever cross again. And to be quite truthful, I thought you were no longer with us, for we are too old now, I fear. And deep down inside, the joy of meeting you again is mingled with the fear of seeing you undertake such a risky expedition at your age. My old friend, Alexandra, I believe that I share your feelings of guilt towards poor Amerzone. We made many mistakes that only our youth could explain. Today, in the twilight of our years, we want to right our wrongs and thus attempt to obtain from our fellow human beings, or from ourselves, an earthly redemption that pales in comparison to divine justice. All this is very human, I know, but what a folly at your age to set off again through the Amazonian forest and the marshlands. You will fail along the way and die out there. What's more, the Amazone you once knew no longer exists, my dear old friend, my dear old fellow. Things have changed here, as in the rest of the world. You mentioned the white birds, but I have come to believe that they live only in the heady fumes of intoxication that envelop the few denaturalized indigenous people who were spared by the inexorable march towards progress. You must think that I am very bitter, but if you only knew the sad state of this country is now in, as if it had been hit by an implacable curse. Should you persist, however, in your determination to return to Amerzone and stop over at our mission in Puebla, as you have planned, note that you will not find the companion in adventures of your youth, but a poor toothless old man, who will nonetheless be delighted to welcome you under his roof. Then, like two exhausted ghosts, we will go and sit by the riverbank to watch the sun set on our lives. God be with you. David Makowski. P.S. I must say that I was a little surprised by your request, but I'm happy to keep hold of your backup disc, as you call it. All the more reason for you to stop in and say hello if you insist on undertaking this ridiculous venture. Blimey. Right, okay. That was a struggle to read, I'll be honest. Right, Antonio Alvarez, President. What has become of your friend? Okay. What else we got? We got a letter up here. Oh, the President's office. Oh, okay, cool. We really did move in high echelons. So, September 7th, 1998. Dear Sir, I convey to you the heartfelt greetings of President Alvarez, who is in ill health and unable to reply to your letter personally. Naturally, he has fond memories of the adventures you shared in the 30s upon his return to the country. However, as I am sure you understand, our country's laws must apply equally to all, and the bonds of friendship you once had with our supreme guide do not entitle you to special privileges. I therefore regret to inform you that I cannot process your application for a visa to the Enter Amerzone. We do not wish to welcome any more scientific expeditions which could lend credence, in whatever form, to the existence of those white birds. This Indian mythology, as with all others of its kind, is keeping our indigenous fellow citizens in a state of mind that is incompatible with the country's triumphant march towards progress and modernity. Thank you for your understanding. Colonel Garciello? Attaché to the... Okay. Okay, so, well, is it a curse? That's the question, isn't it? Note from Alvarezopolis. Capital of Amerzone. Alvarezopolis. Or Alvarezopolis? Place to be avoided, okay. Place of scum and villainy, it would seem. Right, what we got there? This is a picture of David. Reverend Father, still a friend. Good candidate for a disc. Okay, he's a preacher. Nice. What else we got down here? This looks like a map. Amazon route map. Here we go. A journey that starts in France, crosses the Atlantic to an island that goes up to the Amazon River to a volcano. Ooh. Circled islands. Seems like Valembois wanted to stop off there. Okay. Sketch figures look like animals. Looks like a Loch Ness monster, doesn't it? That's a volcano. Anything else of interest here? Pixel hunting? No? Okay. We looked at that. What's this? Notes on the Amazon Delta. Amazon Delta, where the waters of the eponymous river flow into the Atlantic Ocean. A natural border, easily accessible, particularly after a stopover in Shipwreck Island. Great, Shipwreck Island. How are we going to get there? Who's this? Fisherman on Shipwreck Island. The fisherman we met on Shipwreck Island during the 1932 expedition. He was just a lad back then, reliable but uncommunicative when he was in a bad mood. He accepted the disc, even hid it from Antonio's henchman. Oh, okay. Fishman letter, okay. I never would have imagined I'd hear from you after all this time. I still remember that day you washed upon our island with the contraptions of yours hit the sperm whale. Okay. I'm sure you know it has become one of the most travelled... I'm sure you know what has become of one of your travelled companions. Antonio Alvarez, obviously the president. Perhaps it would have been better if he'd gone down with your machine in the lagoon. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'll take care of your doohickey. This backup disket you sent with the letter, I'll hide it away like you asked, where you stayed back then. You're right to be cautious. The Amazon Coast Guard seems paranoid that the foreigner like you is going to try and sneak across the border sometime soon. Great, they've got their heads up then. Fair winds on your voyage, and I guess see you soon. Illegible signature. P.S. Watch out for sperm whales. Okay, cool. Right. Have we looked at everything? I think so. Yep. Good. I think we're done there. Right then. Okay. That is quite a bit of reading, but we got there. Well, what have we got here? Roche Noir's Lighthouse. Romantic representation. Okay, nice. Okay. Nothing we need to look at there, it would seem. Oh, we're going to hold Alt, can't we? Of course we can. There's something... Oh, there's a movement symbol. So we've had a look at that. We've got the record player. The gramophone, sorry. It's just music. Okay, cool. Let's head over here to the kitchen area. That's not a symbol. Got something there. So, portrait of a young woman. Seemed like she meant a great deal to Valembois. Slide 5. Portrait of a young woman. Looks the same as the one in the photograph. Scribble down some kind of apology. I'll be able to read it better if I had a suitable projector. Okay, 5 of 6. Okay, so there's different slides we've got to find. The Annie Scolapi 1964 avec toute la gratitude du service public. Ah, it's the high school retirement gift. Obviously didn't wash it out very often. Oh, he's got... Okay. There's a little bit of alcohol has been added to his coffee. Nice. Right, what else we got? That's going downstairs. We've looked at the board. Stuff upstairs. We need to go to the basement, didn't he say? Let's head over here. Look at his wine collection or the telephone. Anything in there or what? Cuts of cured ham. Lovely. I'm not sure who we're ringing. Actually, we got some telephone numbers, haven't we? Here, go to the basement. Yeah, I know that. What am I looking for? I'm not sure. Oh, there's something else I need to observe, I think. That, probably. Yeah. There we go. So I've got all the clues that that's got to give. I haven't got... Ah, press association card. Here we go. This is us. Ah, I get validated. Okay. There we go. There we go. So, the egg. We've got one article. Application refusal. Yes. Okay. We don't know what that is yet. Second. Yeah. The second letter from the teacher. Retirement gift. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that. The disc. So we know 3 of them have been sent out. Okay, I'm not sure why. I don't know. There could be something else we need for that one. Boots in the distance. After reading, has taught me that the Amerzone military is returning more and more frequently to the shipwreck island off the coast of the country. They seem on edge. Great. What a time to be visiting then. Found an official letter which stipulates that it has recently been refused a visa. Yeah. We haven't even applied for a visa and we're going. So, you know, what kind of complications will I do? There's the visa refusal. And there's the old friend letter. Okay. So that's sorted. So what do they want me on here? So I just need to skip through it. Yeah, I did. So we just... Okay, so that's a journal so we can back up anything. Right, so hang on. So if I have a look in this, do I have a phone number anywhere? Ah, I can spin them around. No. Where do we see the phone number? Oh, it was on the letters, wasn't it? Phone on the letterheads of the letters. Okay. I got no one I can think to ring at the moment, so we'll put that aside and we'll go up the came up the staircase. We did that quick. Now we've got some more slides here. Look at this. Silhouettes of the men Valembois and his companions. Or I can't remember how you pronounce it already. Difficult to read without using a projector. 2 of 8. 2 of 6, I beg your pardon. I need some glasses as well. There's another one stuck in the projector. Let's put the others in there, shall we? There we go. We probably need to put them in order, don't we? Can we have a look at that one? No, we can't. Okay. Let's power this thing on. No? Oh, there we go. Ah. So, one of the slides has noted the Scarlet Goose. That was that. Yeah, Scarlet Goose, which is the age-old guide that leads towards the mysterious great white birds of Amerzone. Okay. Do I change slide? (1932) Anton Alves, David Makowski, and myself before setting off to the Amerzone. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Need to find the others. So this is the young. Forgive me, my darling. Right, okay. Let's see if we can find the other slides and give us a bit more clues. Got a globe over here. No doubt. Oh, I can move it. Let's go and have a look at the Amerzone then. We're looking for the... I'm guessing that is Shipwreck Islands, is it? Okay, it's a puzzle here. I wonder. Do I need to Oh, I think I need to... Do need to do it in order? That needs to go in. That's where the geese are, aren't they? So there's that. Then we go up there, and there's the weird animal thing there. Maybe I've got it in the wrong order. I'll have a look at that map again downstairs, just to... So we go from that. I can only think it's going to be in the journey's route, and in that kind of order. And it was go down the river to the volcano, strange animals. There we go. Simple clue. What do we got here? Secret chest, which unlocks. Or secret drawer. Oh, hello. Valembois Alexander. June 1904. Okay, Paris. That's his passport. Anything of interest here? République Française. There's obviously two things I need to look at. What they are at the moment, I don't know. Right, we'll come back to it. Some more documentation. Reminders. Various notes seem to be memos scribbled by Valembois. The professor. Professor V. One of the particular jumps out at you. PW equals birthday. Password equals birthday. Okay, that's what we got his passport for then. So is this the... Thank you, Mr. Alexander. This is what the teacher sent him. Grade 3 from the elementary school. This is the guide bird then, which guides people to the great white birds. We're not going to take that. No, anything else we need to look at? No, I don't think so. Right. So, pupil's drawing. Okay, that's tick that one off. So what do we need to look at here? Password is the date of birth. There we go. What else? There we go. And renewed his passport very recently. That's the two clues we needed. That's all looking good then. The reminders. There's nothing to do on there. And the lighthouse, young woman in the portrait. Okay, I think we're up to date. Right, okay, so the adventure's just beginning. There's quite a lot to absorb at the moment, isn't there? But we've got lots to do. We've got some more slides to find some... Oh, it goes further. Oh, it goes two ways. What do we got here? I can't help myself. I just want to keep looking. But yes, we'll need to bring this first episode to a close.
My dear friend, I am an old man in the twilight of his years. I know now that I will never have the strength to set off again to the Amerzone. My only remaining hope resides in convincing you to go in my stead. Make amends for the wrong I have done to that country over 50 years ago. It was in 1929, at the university where I was finishing my studies in natural sciences, that I first heard of the Amerzone. I befriended a young law student from that country. His name was Antonio Alvarez, and he was later to become the despotic leader that we now know today. He suggested going with me as my guide and interpreter until we got to the last steps of civilization in his country. A second companion was to join me, the Reverend Father David Makowski, who was burning with desire to perform mission work among the inhabitants of those regions forgotten by the Creator. We set off, therefore, one morning in June 1932 on board the Hydra float, a revolutionary invention of mine. Unfortunately, This first prototype had several imperfections. The mechanics of the craft failed us on the way, near Shipwreck Island. A large number of sperm whales had settled there. I feared that we might have hit one of them. It was only by a miracle that we set foot on the shores of the Amerzone. But already, my friend, I realize that I am only at the beginning of this tragic story. If you want to find out about what follows, it will be waiting for you in the basement. Your next destination, should you decide to replace me for this new journey.
Wow. There we go. And we've got a key there as well. So the travel journey. You have found the Professor's travel journal. The memoirs of his first expedition to the Amazon. It is an inexhaustible mine of information about the mysterious country. Some of it may prove useful. Press V on the shortcut. Okay, right, we've got a key there as well. I'm guessing it's the basement key. Sosol. Basement. Okay. Nothing in the drawers. I could use the Alt key to highlight anything. Good. Right. Okay. So we've done that. We need to get some more. Oh wow! I want to go and explore them. Crikey! There's so much here to explore, and yet I still want to go up. But we need to go to the basement to. I guess we go to the basement to progress the main story. I guess start the adventure. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of wow. There's a lot of fact-finding to be done. Look, he's got a freeze-dried, squished crocodile, alligator, something or other. What's this? Aptly named. Was it? Calphardus horribilis? Or, I can't. Ah! Caraphardus horribilis. Just look up there. What else do I need to spot about it? A specimen seems to have some sort of venom gland. Oh. Great. Don't tell me there where we're going. Fantastic. That's just what we need, isn't it? Blooming venomous bugs and nasties and all sorts of things. Well, that's there. Right, let's wander over here. Come to the other end of this little thing. We've got a book there. I think that's what we're here to look at. Right, Encyclopedia of Ornithology. This book opened up page for the Amazone Hoko. Huku? I don't know. The page shows a female on the left and a male on the right. Right. Okay. No doubt we'll spot them. Might be useful information. Right, so down we go the ladder. We've had a look at the little library, whatever that is. Exhibition stand thing. We'll just quickly pop up. Oh, they're going down. Okay, going down the stairs. Let me just go up one more time. Make sure I covered everything. I thought that was going to go up the stairs, but no. Oh, I can go up the stairs. There we go. I just got to look the right direction. Ah, we come to the design. Oh, he's inventing room. Oh, and a steel door as well. So this is the hover float craft thing. What on earth is all this? Calculations of a madman, probably. Or a very intelligent man. Far more intelligent than me. We've got his design here. Illustrations of the Hydrofloat, a machine Valembois appears to have done a lot of work on. He actually pronounced it literally about half an hour ago. I cannot remember. That's how bad my memory is. Oh, here we go. Now, for those youngsters, this is a VHS videotape. When you... God, can you remember these? Oh, blimey. You had to rewind them if you borrowed a video from the video store. What a time we lived in. 1996, a recording on the Amazone Dictator. Oh, okay. Can we put that in the old television and the VHS player? Oh, built in. Look at that. That's amazing. Do I need to press? Hang on. There you go. Play.
Amerzone is a powerful country, and the people of Amerzone are its symbol. I am the father of the Amazonian people, and as this nation among long live Amazone! Long live progress! Progress will liberate us, separate us from the romantic nonsense of the savages. Progress will burst open the door to the modern world so that we, the people of Amerzone, may enter and take our rightful place.
Ah. So he's the dictator now. Is it the same one?
Amerzone is a powerful country, and the people of Amerzone are its symbol. I am the father of the Amazonian people, and as this nation among...
Okay. Switch it off. So we've got details of the despot. Okay, all good. We've got the VHS tape, which we've got the clue for, and the key, which we've also got the clue for. Perfect. Everything's unticked there. Good. So there we go. Now that is one of our friends who's unwell as well. So maybe the curse is real. What do we got here? President Guide, Motivator, Dictator. There are many titles befitting the ruler of Amerzone, Antonio Alvarez. He rose to power in the 1930s after leading a lightning coup d'etat against the previous oligarchy. Since then, the Supreme Guide has been ruling a small country still largely unknown on the international scene with an iron fist. It's from a poor family, descendants of the first European colonists in the Amazone. They were a vassalage to the land-owning oligarchy, which stood unchallenged at the time. Okay. It's from the modern serfdom characterized by farming techniques of another era, and with no option for property ownership or social mobility, even on their own merits. This made the young Alvarez a certainty that the power of the people lay in the homogeneity rather than diversity. Put my teeth in. Achieved outstanding results at school. New student who was by now very religious discovered the whole new way of life, modern outlook, which was the key to forging his own ideology. Returned to the Amazon in 1933 under difficult circumstances. All we know is that he started to make a name for himself in the area around the Puebla trading post. That is where Alvarez stirred up a revolt. He managed to turn members of the military and the law enforcement against their own government, which he swiftly toppled in 1934 with the church's tacit support. And so Antonio Alvarez rose to power. It was the end of the oligarchy and the birth of one of the last totalitarian regimes in existence. Alright, okay. Well, interesting. I want to go for the steel door. Oh, anyway, I'll say we got to wrap this first episode up. The first look in, there's a lot to... Oh, hello. Is this that lift we spied earlier? Hello, gooses. Right, I think so. Right, okay, let's go back in. There may be still stuff we need to do. But yes, we will pick this up next time. Further adventures. And building up the Amerzone adventure. Right, so we've had a look at that. We've done most of that. We're at the top of the lighthouse. We've checked on everything I think there is to check on. We need to go downstairs to the basement to begin the expedition proper, it would seem. So as we wake our way down there, just double checking that we've seen everything. There's something with that telephone that we'll need to progress later. We'll head back down to the start. Now that we know we can press Alt, is there anything we missed? That's probably the key to the basement we need. We had a look at that letter and there's outside. Right, so we'll head to the basement next time and see what he's prepared for our the start of the expedition to the Amerzone. I'll see you next time. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this and this is intriguing you. Make sure to follow and don't miss episode 2, which will come very soon. Bye bye.